YouTube. Hey, good morning, YouTube. Hey, welcome back to the Bad Beats Barbecue and Cooking Show. Hey, today we're going to be slow cooking some red beans from Louisiana with some neck bones that's been seasoned in Walker's Wood Jamaican rub. So stick around and we'll show you what's going on. Hey, so what we did last night was we took 2 pounds of neck bones and we marinated them overnight in this Walker Woods jerk seasoning. Now, like I said the last time we used it, this is some pretty potent stuff, so be careful how much of this you use because you can go from mildly hot to volcanic fairly quickly if you use too much of this stuff here. But we marinated these overnight and about 2 pounds, like I said. And what we're going to do is we're going to roast these in the oven at 400 degrees until they're done and they're nice and golden brown. And to impart a little smoke flavor, we're going to put a little bit of this oak dust, wood dust, at the bottom of our tray to try to impart some smoke flavor in the oven. This is the same type of wood dust that you use when you're using a stovetop smoker like the Camerons. We have one of those and we'll be doing some videos on how to use the stovetop smoker in the near future. So let's go ahead and get started. Okay, so the first thing we're going to do is we're going to take some of the wood dust here, these, and then like I said, we're using oak, and we're going to put a couple of tablespoons at the bottom of our pan here. Now we want to put this directly on the pan so that it will be protected by the foil so that the juices from the meat don't soak the wood chips before they have a chance to smoke. Okay, so then we're going to put a protective layer of foil on top of it. And then we have our rack that is sprayed with a non-stick spray. Okay, so our rack is ready. So let's go ahead and put our neck bones on the rack. And like I said, we want to roast these at 400 degrees until they're done, until they're golden brown, so that this will be our seasoned meat in our red beans. And we're slow cooking the red beans today, even though we're gonna use the pressure cooker. I want to slow cook them just like my mom and my grandmother used to do, because I think you get a better flavor when you slow cook beans. You get a better gravy. So, all right, so we'll put these in the oven in the middle of the rack, and they should be in there for anywhere from 40 minutes to an hour, depending on how long it takes for your oven to roast these. All right. Okay, so when you're cooking beans, you have to sort through to try to find if there are any stones or any dark or bad beans in the package. So right now you're looking at 1 pound of red beans, and these are the Camilla red beans from New Orleans, probably the best red beans you're going to get. So as you can see, the wife is pulling out some of the bad beans, and she'll hold up a couple of them in front of the camera when she's done to show you what she's looking for. But these beans here are looking pretty good out of the pack. So I don't know if you can tell that that's a bad bean. It's kind of dark and it's hard and it's kind of gnarly. So we're going to discard those type of things. All right, guys, hey, we're back. And as you can see, our neck bones have finished. They've been in the oven for about an hour. You can smell the Jamaican jerk seasoning on them. They look great. We put them in there, like I said, 450 degrees for an hour, and we turned them over with about 10 minutes left. So they smell wonderful. So now we're going to go ahead and put the red beans together in the slow cooker and get the party started. All right, guys. So now that we have all of our ingredients ready, we're going to go ahead and put this together. All right, so the first thing we're going to do is we're going to go ahead and put our red beans in the pot. So we have 1 pound of Camellia red kidney beans from New Orleans, like I said before. The only real authentic red bean. Okay, and then we have our aromatics. Okay, so we have 1 onion, 2 stalks of celery, and 3 garlic cloves cut up. This is going to add some flavor. All right. Then we're going to season a little bit with some Tony's. And don't put too much because you want to be able to season to taste afterwards. We're going to add some basil. And we're going to add some parsley. I would rather some fresh parsley, but we didn't have any at the time. Okay. And we're going to add our neck bones. Okay. So we have 5 neck bones here, and I'm only cooking a pound of beans. So we're only going to use 3 of the neck bones, and I'll save the other 2, put them in the freezer to do something else later on a later date. So put our neck bones in here. Okay. One of our last seasons we're going to put in here is 1 teaspoon of Jamaican jerk seasoning, just to spice it up a little bit. Alrighty. Now, for our liquid, a lot of people use water for their beans and things of nature, but what we have here is a turkey stock that we made in the pressure cooker yesterday, where we took the carcass of the turkey and we put it in the pressure cooker with a bunch of aromatics and stuff, and we cooked it under pressure for about 3 hours to create our broth. So we're going to use 4 cups of that in our beans to add a little bit more flavor in lieu of the water. Okay. I'm sorry, not 4 cups. We're using 8 cups of liquid to 1 pound of beans. All right, there you have it. So we're going to kind of mix this up pretty good, get it incorporated. All right. And we're going to cook this on slow cook for 4 hours. Like I said, I could cook it under pressure, but I feel that when you're cooking beans and you cook it, slow cook them, you get a better gravy. You give them time to get tender and things of that nature. So we're going to go ahead and put this on for 4 hours, and we'll come back and we'll show you our final product. So hang around. Okay, guys, after 4 hours of slow cooking and then simmering for another 1.5 on warm, since we were away for the day, the red beans, I should say the Jamaican jerk red beans, are ready to go. So let's go ahead and open up the slow cooker or the pressure cooker and let's see what they look like. All right, so here we go. Look at that. Look at that, the red beans. Look at the gravy. Now, as a caveat, I gotta let you know that when we got home, the wife put a 1/4 cup of ketchup in these red beans. She says she always does. Gives it a little color and things of that nature. And then we put 2 tablespoons worth of cornstarch and made a slurry with some cornstarch and water. So let's go ahead and dish up some of this, give it a quick taste test, and we'll call it a night. All right, let's go ahead and have a taste and see what we got here. Oh man, that is very good. That Jamaican jerk seasoning is all through the red beans. I got the meat that came off the neck bones, and then you got some of the celery and the onions and things of that nature that we put in there as aromatics and stuff like that. So this came out to be an excellent pot of Jamaican jerk red beans. So hey, if you want something different, red bean wise or bean wise, season your meat, throw the same seasoning in your beans, and let it go from the slow cooker. You don't have to do pressure cooker all the time. Everything that's done fast is not always good. Sometimes you got to take it slow and easy. So hey, that's all we got time for tonight. I'm going to eat me a bowl of this with some of this jalapeno cornbread that we made, and we'll catch you later. Hey, like we always said, this has been Bad Beast Barbecue. Where there's smoke, there's fire. And if there's fire, then damn it, there just might be a barbecue there. See you around the smoker. This is some good stuff.